Hello, today I'm reviewing Ys 7. For those who have never heard of Ys, you may have thought the game was pronounced YS or Wise. Well, it's simply pronounced Ys or Ease, both work. The game was developed by Falcom and is distributed by Xseed. This game really exceeded my expectations. Obviously, this is the 7th installment of the game. This game was made exclusively for the PSP. The game starts out when Adol and Dogi arrive in Altego. While exploring the capital, they end up helping two sisters who are being harassed by some dragon knights. They get arrested by these knights, but soon get out of jail because the king requests to see them. The king asks them to explore an area that was recently uncovered due to an unexplainable earthquake. You visit the area, and you discover you have a strange power, and you hear a strange voice. Once you report back to the king, he advises you to go visit the other villages, and maybe you can uncover something about this strange voice and that power you've discovered. Eventually, you're destined to unlock the 5 great dragons and prevent destruction of the whole world. You know, the usual RPG stuff. The first hour is basically all dialogue, but after that, the real fun begins. After all that talking, the game is easy to get into, especially because it's so much fun. The music is amazing. There's more J-pop and an anime-like feel to it than previous games. The animation is different than previous Ys games as well. There's more color in everything, and there's more detail in the character designs. Sadly, there is no voice acting, but that doesn't really bother me too much. But I don't mind reading, but I think it would be nicer. I'm sure the first hour of the game would have been more enjoyable if there was some voice acting. The environments are very nice and colorful. Each area, towns and dungeons, are very different, so there is a nice change of pace. Some people complain about the backtracking. It didn't bother me. I liked rediscovering the areas. The battle system is enjoyable. It's an open world concept, and you have 3 characters in your party. So you'll run into a monster and you'll fight it. But some monsters are stronger against some type of weapons. For example, Dogi uses his fists. So against a hardshell monster, he would be really strong. And Adol, who uses his sword, wouldn't be so strong against this hardshell monster. So you would switch to Dogi and use Dogi to fight. And it's the same for other monsters where you wouldn't use Dogi because his attacks don't work for you. So you would either use, let's say, Adol. It's pretty much a rock, paper, scissors concept. You have a huge variety of characters at your disposal, but you don't have them at your disposal throughout the whole game. So you'll probably get to use all the characters. The boss fights are really fun. They're challenging, you need to think, and no character is stronger against them, so they're all equal against the monster. But man, I really like the boss fights. The last boss fight was so hard, it's crazy. Each boss is really different, so you need to use a different strategy to beat them. The game took me about 30 hours to beat. There are 4 difficulties, and I didn't have trouble beating the game on normal, except for the final boss. He was really hard. So, yeah, the game's not too hard unless you play it on hard difficulty or nightmare difficulty. This game is really fun, and if you own a PSP, you should really get this game. Even if you don't like RPGs, this game might change your opinion. And all in all, I have to give this game a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoy, please subscribe, or comment, or like, or favorite.